Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Think Future podcast. I'm your host, Chris Kalaboukis, and once again, we're coming at you live from deep in the heart of Silicon Valley, California. Are you lazy? Are you lazy? Do you like to do stuff? Do you like stuff done for you, or do you like to do stuff? I guess it depends on what it is, right? It depends on what it is. Sometimes you like doing stuff. Sometimes you want stuff done for you. I can totally understand that. But let me ask you something. When you want something done and your company or the company that does this thing says to you, oh, you got to do XYZ, right? And you think to yourself, I don't want to do XYZ. I want just something done. Why do I have to do XYZ to get this done? Why can't I just do it? And the company once again says, well, you have to do XYZ. XYZ. XYZ is the way we do things. XYZ is the only way it can be done. I mean, I've been to all these two ideation sessions where people say, oh, the customer will do this, or the customer will do that, or the customer should do this, or the customer should do that, or the customer needs this, or the customer needs to do that. And it's like, no, the customer doesn't need to do any of these things. Well, the customer doesn't want to do any of these things. The only reason the customer has to do these things, the only reason the customer has to jump through these hoops is that you've set these hoops up for the customer to jump through. You're the one who's the problem, not them. They know what they want, right? They want to buy a house. They want to live in a nice house. But to live in a nice house, they have to go through your ridiculously long mortgage pre-application thing, right? Thing. That's the technical term, right? Or they want to have fresh food in their house at all times, not have to go to your grocery store and sit there and pick this apple and this pear and go, which one of these is fresh? I don't know. They just want the groceries to show up. They want the best possible groceries to show up on their doorstep. They don't want to have to go shopping for them. They want all this stuff done for them. So here we are as retailers, bankers, tech companies, whatever. We're saying this is what we do. We do X, Y, Z. And if you want A, you have to go through X, Y, Z to do A. And we're not saying, listen, Mr. Customer or Ms. Customer, we can do that for you. We can do exactly what you want. But we don't. We don't. We just give our customers the tools to do it. This is similar to what I was saying before with the travel agent analogy. The reality is that our customers don't want to shop. They don't want to bank. They don't want to do a lot of the things that we make them do because we aren't willing to go to them and say, let me do that for you. Because we kind of know what they want, right? Like, let's say, for example, customers like, you know what? I spend too much on coffee. I don't want to spend money on coffee anymore, right? So the customer says, you know what? Can you help me not spend money on coffee? So we say, you know what? Just don't go to a coffee shop anymore. I'll say, well, that's not very helpful, right? The customer's like, I don't want to spend any more money on coffee, right? Like, okay. So if we really want to be helpful, we could set an alert on the phone of the customer so that when they're near a coffee shop or when they're near a coffee shop that they normally go to on a regular basis, that their payment systems lock. So they can't buy coffee, right? We want to prevent them from buying coffee to help their financial health. Why don't we suggest that to the individual who wants to spend less on coffee? We could do that. It's technically possible. It's technically possible for us to detect the location of the phone the guy's carrying on him. We can say he doesn't want to spend so much money at Starbucks. So when he's walking into a Starbucks, when he's in the vicinity of a Starbucks, when he's within a certain distance of Starbucks, his wallet locks so he can't use it. Would that be helpful to the customer? Sure, he might be pissed off at the beginning when it first locks, but eventually he'll be like, yeah, this is good. You are helping me reach my financial goals, right? So that's what I'm trying to say is that customers have wants, needs, desires, jobs to be done. But we're only going so far to do those things for the customer. We're still saying to them, listen, if you want this, you're going to have to go through these hoops. So what we need to do is we need to eliminate those hoops. And no matter what it is, even if it's things that we feel that we're uncomfortable doing, they're things that we probably think we shouldn't be doing. Like I'm a bank or I'm a grocery store. If I'm a grocery store, I shouldn't be stopping my customer from buying cigarettes if he doesn't want to buy cigarettes. If the customer wants to buy cigarettes, he should buy cigarettes. But the grocery store might say, listen, my customer says they don't want to buy cigarettes anymore. So if they try to buy cigarettes, their wallet will lock and it won't let them buy cigarettes. Right? This is what the customer wants to do. But the grocery store is like, it's not my job to stop my customer from buying cigarettes. But maybe that's what your customer wants you to do. Maybe your customer wants you to police their use of cigarettes. So you have to step up and go, okay, if this is what you want, Mr. Customer, instead of us putting you through hoops for you to get what you want, we will help you to get what you want. And that's the big disconnect, if you ask me. The big disconnect is that we have to understand that humans are pretty much lazy, pretty lazy, and they want things done for them. And we generally know what these humans want to be done for them, but we don't do it. Maybe if we did a little bit of it, we might be able to at least skip ahead of our competitors just a little. That's it for me for today. See you next time. And until then, don't forget to think future.